What are the going rates for influencers today? This is Brent Owens from Afluencer, and we're going to explore what exactly we should be offering and potentially paying influencers and creators to promote our product. First, let's start with the factors that go into these potential rates. The number of followers is going to be that classic metric that kind of drives all pricing. It is no longer the be-all, end-all, but we'll use it as our potential rough litmus in terms of determining what exactly we are going to pay these influencers. We'll start with the nano influencers. So we're talking about people with 1,000, 2,000, up to 10,000 followers. And when I say followers here, I'm talking Instagram still is our beachhead for measuring influencer reach. Now, an influencer with, say, 2,000 followers on Instagram, so a nano influencer, may also have the ability to get us promoted onto TikTok, onto Twitter. Roughly what we're looking at in terms of rates for a nano influencer, again, in that range, is going to be somewhere between $10 to $100 a post. So I know that's a bit of a large range, but we do have a large range in terms of followers from 1,000 to 10,000 potentially. Now, what do we as brand marketers want to look for in terms of an influencer who we're going to partner with, a nano influencer specifically, who we're going to partner with? Well, if they've got more than one channel that they can promote us on, that's going to be a good thing. So for example, if we're going to offer $20 a post, that may be more appealing to us if the influencer can record a post, or better yet, a reel or a video, and post that to both Instagram and TikTok. It's going to be roughly the same amount of effort from their standpoint in terms of they can create the same video and more or less post it on two mediums, but we get double the reach. So what I'm generally looking for from our influencers who we work with is that ability for them to say, hey, I know you're paying for Instagram, but we can throw in TikTok, or for a little extra, we can throw in TikTok. So we're into that $10 to $100 a post, or better yet, for a reel range for the nano influencer. So again, this is gonna be 10,000 followers or below. Now, it can go up or down depending on the specific interest that we're looking for. Generally, the more narrow the focus, the more we may need to pay. As marketers, of course, we're gonna pay attention to things like interest, right? So we do want that overlap. We're not just looking for generic hits here. We want specificity in terms of our partners, so we may be willing to pay up a little bit or more towards the high end of the range that I mentioned. Another factor going in is going to be engagement rate. That's going to be a very important factor from our standpoint. The engagement rate is going to be determined by the number of likes and comments that an influencer gets on average on a given post or a given reel. That's important for us because it shows how active their followers are in terms of the content that they're posting. One of the reasons that we love working with the nano and the micro influencers is that down home connection that they have with their followers, where we see someone comment and then the nano influencer will reply to that, and that's all the good stuff that we're hoping to get in this $10 to $100 per post range that we're working with here. I can hear the questions now from the affiliate marketers. Will nano influencers work on commission? So my answer there is yes. We're still seeing, even in 2023, that nanos are happy to do commission deals because, hey, if they can't get the $10, $20, $30 a post yet, why not do something on a commission basis? From an affiliate marketing standpoint, that's where we really want to focus, is going to be on the nanos. So the other groups that I'm about to address, we don't want to get lost tossing affiliate offers their way that, quite frankly, are probably going to get ignored. We want to do the majority of our focus on the nanos. Now, the good thing from an affiliate standpoint is that these are going to be higher quality partners than the folks who may have recruited in recent years from things like affiliate networks, where things were getting a little slimy. People were going on the last click, and maybe they were bidding on our AdWords and not necessarily adding value. The nice thing about the nanos is that they are creating things, they're creating content, they've got new followers that we wouldn't normally reach, so these are great folks to have in our affiliate program. So if you have an existing program, let's take it over, let's promote it to the nanos, and hey, if we can add a little bit per post, then now we can really start to get the ball rolling in this segment. Okay, next up the chain is our micro influencer segment. These are kind of where the value is at and where a lot of the buzz is now in terms of savvy marketers. Defined between 10,000 and 50,000 followers. And again, this is gonna be Instagram focused. So you may have someone with 20,000 followers on Instagram and then maybe they're over at 12,000 on TikTok. And again, if they can do a video or a reel and get us onto both platforms, that's great. We'd say the list rates here are between $100 and $500 per post, or for video, again, it's gonna depend on that narrowness that we're looking for in terms of the interest. So if we're looking, for example, trucking influencers, it's a thing, but it's a very specific thing. We're gonna have to pay up to reach those people. If we're in that industry, it's going to be worth it. Beauty, of course, there's gonna be a more supply out there in terms of potential partners, number of creators. So that's gonna be a good thing. We can find those beauty influencers who are laser focused, but we don't necessarily have to break the bank on any one of them. We've got a beauty product, skincare product. Micros could be a great way to go, where we try to work with a few partners and see how we're doing there. So again, roughly between $100 and $500 a post. A nice strategy with the micros and with the nanos, who I've already mentioned, is to post what we call a collab. And a collab is going to be sort of a job description for potential partners, and that's where we're going to let them know, hey, we've got this opportunity, we're looking for micro influencers, we're willing to pay, split the difference, say up to $250 per post, or up to $250 per reel. So we may find someone where their rate card says $500, but hey, it's a slow week, it's a slow month, the economy is starting to slow down, who knows, right? So they may be willing to do something with us for $250 on a trial basis to see if we like each other. So that's the advantage of posting a collab in an app like Afluencer, because we can say, hey, this is the current offer, it is active now. If you'd like to work, please apply, and we can get something going right away. So we may find the micro who may have to normally work for $500, they'll apply, they'll may be willing to work for us for $250. Same with the nano, someone who's commanding maybe up to $100 a post, maybe they'll do something for $40 or $50, right? Slow week again. So let's get that collab up there and have the applications coming to us so we can decide. Going further up the chain here, we're into our mid-tier, we're into our macro influencers, and this is where we're going up to the $5,000, $10,000 a post. My advice, don't do it. Don't do these, don't do the mega influencers. If you're watching this video, you're probably, like most people, you're getting your feet wet in influencer marketing. Don't start upstream. It's too expensive. It's very hard to get the ROI. Start with the micros, start with the nanos. That's why I'm not even going to go into those higher rates other than to potentially scare you paying $10,000, $100,000, $1 million a post. Don't do it. That's why influencer marketing sort of came in with this reputation of having a poor ROI. Well, of course, if you're going to pay $10,000 a post, how are you supposed to get an ROI off of that? That's going to be very challenging. If you're paying a micro influencer $250 a post, $500 a post, a nano influencer $50 a post, $100, now we're talking. Now we can get an organic buzz and something that's really meaningful out there on social media, where they're creating the content and they're coming to us. So that's where the ROI is. That's where the best rates are today. If you hear something quoted higher, I would just say thanks and no thanks, and go find a micro influencer who's willing to work with you. So that's my advice on those scales. In terms of looking at a platform, again, Instagram is still kind of the home base, so I would base your thought process and negotiations and collab postings around Instagram, but it would be great if someone could include TikTok. So I might not necessarily start with TikTok, because you can post the same thing on Instagram and TikTok, or maybe it's okay to specify, hey, we're looking for TikTok reels, but we would like those posted, cross-posted to Instagram, because why not hedge your bets, especially with everything that's going on with TikTok. Again, it's kind of the same amount of effort for someone to post it on TikTok as it is to Instagram. So kind of those two being the dominant platforms today, that's where we're gonna look. But in terms of all the quotes that we have here, I would think of Instagram as your home base, but again, we can wrap TikTok into that, especially if we're talking about a reel instead of a static post. So that's what we have for our influencer marketing rates. Now I'm going to turn the conversation over to you. What are you paying your influencers? Have you paid them anything yet, or are we promoting an affiliate program? Go ahead and drop a comment in the comment stream below the video and let me know what you're currently paying your influencers. Even if it's a 15% commission for an affiliate program, I'd love to hear that. So please do leave us a comment below.